Hello everyone. I hope um, my video will not have a good lighting, but this video is all about to educate and to give a detailed report about the Excel, a basic to intermediate formulas and a dashboard creation using Excel. I've been enrolled in data science and analytics course in CLOUDYML platform, which is in West Bengal. It is the best platform to learn the data science and analytics program. So I've been watching all the videos and I've been doing all the assignments. And one among this, I have been learned some new stuffs from those. CloudYML platform. Now, in this video, I'm going to do a presentation about the Excel. What is from a basic to intermediate formula, whatever the formula have been used, and a dashboard creation in Excel. Now, let's move on to the presentation. First of all, I will show you the presentation one by one in each slide and explain the question and answer. And then next we will move on to what did I do, how did the formula is working. I will explain it in the Excel sheet. Now now let's see the data sets. So it's a solution. This PPT is about the solution for analysis of a medical cost data. There is a data sets. So this is our data set. See, there is a age, sex, BMI, children, smoker, region, charges, BMI classification. So this is our data sets. So what does this means? The data column age means age of the primary beneficiaries. Sex means insurance contract. It's whether a gender male or female. BMI is nothing but a body mass index, which is calculated by ideally by height by weight, the ratio of the height to weight. So the children dependency, number of the children covered by the health insurance by per number of dependents. So it is a children's. Now the next column is smoker, whether he or she is a smoker or non-smoking. The region, the main beneficiaries residential address in the US, Northeast, Southeast, Southwest, and Northwest. So there are four regions which this data set deals with the US region. Then the charges, individual medical cost billed by health insurance. So we are going to do analysis questions. So we are about to make around 10 questions. The last one is the dashboard creation. So now let's move on to the session by one. So now, okay, this is our data sets. Apart from these columns, apart from age, sex, BMI, children, smoker, region, charges, you know the charges, right? This is a medical charges. Medical charges. How? See, for example, a person is 19 years old. The person is female. It's a female. The body mass index is 27.9. Yes, no dependencies. Children dependency. Smoker is yes. She smokes. And she is from Southwest region. Her medical cost is 16,885 rupees. And then the BMI classification is overweight. So this is the column I have created, BMI classification, apart from the original data set. It's the creation is very simple. I hope you can see the how did I do that. Because if the body mass index is less than 18.5, she is underweight. If it is above 18.5, if it is between 18.5 and 24.9, then it is normal. If it is above 24.9 but below 29.9, then it is overweight. Okay. Apart from that, over 30 plus BMI will be a obesity. Okay. Now we will analyze each one of the one by the PPT format. Let's go for the solution for analysis questions of the medical cost data. Now, the question number one is basic statistics and data understanding. Question. What is the question here is calculate the average, median and standard deviation of medical charges, BMI and age across the entire data set. So the answer will be for the age, BMI and then charges for these three columns. I have calculated average, median, standard deviation. Likewise for BMI and likewise for charges. So the relevant Excel functions were average, median and standard deviation. These are the three formulas I've used. See, In this, the solution for one is, so I am taking only these two columns because the question is related to these two columns. From the data sets, I have extracted these two columns. Now you see age, you see the age, and you want to calculate the average. The formula is average of this A column, age column, and then for median, for age, we have to put MEDIN, median formula, and then standard deviation, STDEV, standard deviation. You know the average, right? For average age, what is average age? For full data set, we have to add each and everything and divided by the counter. So that is the average. And then the median, the middlemost number is the median. And the standard deviation, you know, it's about the variance and the populations. So what is the standard deviation? How deviating is one from the another is 14. So likewise for BMI and likewise for charges. This is the first solution for the first question. Next, let's move on to the second question. The second question is gender analysis. Question: compare the average medical charges and BMI between male and female beneficiaries. Now we have two genders, male and female beneficiaries. Which gender has the highest average cost and BMI? So from this result, we can say that male has average BMI is 31 and average of charges is 13,957. So the relevant Excel functions are average if and pivotable. Both any one can be used. The both gives the same result. Any one can be used. The result is male as higher average cost and BMI. So now let's do it in the Excel. The solution 2 is I have extracted these three columns. Now same formula average. Now I'm doing it with average if. Average if the range. I am selecting the range and then the criteria. What criteria? By female criteria. I want to select the range. I want to give the criteria and giving the average range. Okay. Well, which is the in which I want to calculate the average range. So BMI. You can take a snap or you can note down these key points or some other stuff. So the same thing for male, and then for average of charges, same. Now I want to take the charges column. Similarly, average if range criteria average range. Range is our primary column is the range. In what basis you are going to find the average if? Average if in this data set my male if that's why it is called if average if the male with that of e4 is that male, that is the criteria, and then with the average range in which this is you have selected the range, you have selected the criteria, in that range you have selected the criteria. Now for that criteria what you are going to which what you are going to extract as a average. You are having a primary column data set. In that primary column set, you are having a criteria. See, I am having female, male, female, male, male. My criteria is only for male. I want for only male. What will be the average charges, or what will be the average BMI? So you have to put average if something the range and the criteria for that, and then the average BMI. Next, this is by pivot table. So this is simple, very simple now. You have to just select on select the data, and you have to select all the data. Then you have to put insert pivot table, this option. Then if you put the insert pivot table like this, field list will be done. So whatever you know, filters, columns, rows, values will be there. For say for rows in the rows, I want the gender, sex. So it will be male, female, both will be appear. Then charges and BMI should be at the values for the male and female. Average of BMI, average. It will be calculated automatically. This is very simple. If you want to have a sum value field setting, put a sum, okay, it will be changed. But in this case, I need an average. So I'll be sticking on to this. So this is done. Okay. So now let's move on to the third question. Third question is impacting of smoking on cost. Question is analyze how smoking status influences medical cost. How smoking status influences medical cost. whether if a smoker contributes is spending more money on the medical, or a non-smoker is spending more on the medical. Calculate the average cost for the smokers system. So I've done a chart. This is no, yes. No means he is a non-smoker. Yes means he is a smoker. So the average charge is, obviously we know that for a smoker it will be high. So the relevant function is already I have discussed about average effects, pivot table and charts. So I will give you that. So the same thing. We have to select the smoker and charges. Smoker in the rows. You know to you have to select all the data points. You have to select all the insert pivot table. Then a pivot table box will be appearing like this. See, if I select this and the pivot table and the existing worksheet, I am clicking somewhere in the worksheet. Okay, this like pivot table will be coming. You have to put the smoker in the rows column and then charges in the columns, and you have to change the value field settings as average. Okay, that's it. See, both are same. I just you can make the decimals to be rounded up. 848343250. So both are same. This is the way you do this pivot table. Then average ifs is very simple. Actually, I have told you about it. See, now there is a difference between average if and average ifs. In average if, you will select first the range and then the criteria from the range and then the finally the average range. But in average ifs, it suggests us. It suggests first to give you the average range. You have to put the average range first, then range one. Okay, what is the primary range? Then the criteria from that range. Okay, because it is if s, it will be like a looped condition. It will be not loop. It will be like a, you can you can give me more criteria. What if you have two columns? You are having two columns. If you are having two columns, it more than two columns, it means that you are having two or more criteria. So for that, if he is a male and he is a non-smoker, what will be the average of? For in that cases, you can use the average first. For a single criteria, you can stick over average. So see here to here average. I have created a chart using this. Original no and yes, it will be around here. 8434 for no and yes is 32,050 average charges. So this way you can create the, see, the chart creation is also simple. You have to just select the data, insert and put the chart and what, see, it is recommending in WPS office. In Excel also it is very simple to do this chart. Just insert and chart. So I hope you understand. I'm clear about these things. And then I'm going to this fourth question. The fourth question is dependent analysis. This is an interesting topic. Evaluate the relationship between the number of children per dependents and medical charges. Do beneficiaries with more dependents incur high medical costs? What the question is, if I am having more, it's like if I am having three or four childs, do I spend more medical cost? Can you understand? If I am having more dependency, I mean, my children are depending on me. Then I have to live, so I need to spend on the medical cost. Okay, so likewise, whether the question is likewise. So let's do an analysis. The answer I will tell you the first the answer. The answer is about 0.067. I will define you the value of why the value of occurred and tell you the reason why. The result is weak relationship between children dependency and medical charges. Beneficiary with more dependents have lower medical cost. Actually, from our data sets, the results combines that. See, in a graph also we can see that for zero children, the cost of zero children and the cost of people having one children are very much similar. While the cost of medical cost for two or three children are higher than all others. But for 4 and 5 children, people having 4 children and people having 5 children, they are spending very much low medical cost. The medical cost they have spent is very much low for the 5 children. See, even in scatter plot, we can see this in 0, it is going till here. 0 and 1 are more or similar, 2 similar, 3 and 4 and 5. See, in 5 where you can see only a less number of dots, scatters dot. It means that they have spent only low medical cost. This is a relationship between. It is a weak relationship. Why weak relationship? Because it follows a Pearson-Shearsman method. So there is a chart whether you can say -1 to 1. 0 means there is a no relationship. Positive, when it is go to positive, it is a positive relationship. When the curve is from here to here, it will be a strong positive relationship. When the curve is from here and decreasing and decreasing and decreasing, it is a negative relationship. So here we can see it is linear, but also it is like gradually decreasing, right? So we can say it is a big relationship. Also, we have evidence that the formula is 0.06. So Excel functions is correlation, linear chart, and scatter plot. So you have to just put correlation. You have to, the formula is CORREL, correlation in bracket array 1, array 2. Array 1 is nothing but children. Children is my array 1. Charges is my children array 2. So I'm going to compare these two. Okay, so the point is 0.0617. This is less than 0.19. So there is a formula. It will be having a minute data sheet that the points between 0.06 means relationship, weak relationship. Now I have created this chart. I have already said about how the chart creating, insert and chart, and you can select any other charts. So I have given the average of charges and a scatter plot charges for this data set. Simple. So I will move on to the next one. Fifth question. Fifth one. Determine, it's a geographical insights. Determine which US region has the highest average medical cost and BM. Create a pivot table and chart that summarizes the data by the region. So I have created a pivot table. I have already explained about the pivot table, so I'm not going to take you to the Excel sheet. Now, from the region will be in the rows and average BMI, average charges. So, average BMI, average charges I have calculated. Then, average IFS also I have explained previously. So, for the region, average, it is you can use average if itself because you are having only one criteria. So average if is the range. In that range, the criteria is southeast, and that last average range is BMI column. So you will get the average BMI and then average charges like this. So now which is top? You can see that 33 southeast, 14,735 southeast. Southeast is the highest average and medical cost and BMI. It owns the highest one. So in this chart type, we can. This is also done. This is a bar type chart. Region wise average BMI. Now in visually you can notice that southeast is higher than anything else. Then region wise average charges. Here also southeast is higher than other two, other three. So this is one. So I'm moving to the next one, the sixth one. So this is one of the interesting topic, a cost distribution analysis. See, in Excel you cannot create histogram chart directly. You have to do some function, something to create to look the chart to look like a histogram. Okay. In latest versions or in WPS or in some other sheets, you can have a histogram. But in Excel 2010, 2013, 2016, in that ranges you won't have a histogram. So I will tell you how to do that. Question: create a histogram to visualize the distribution of medical charges. So what is the distribution? Distribution means for the range 1 to 5,000, up to 5,000 rupees, how many of them have spent? Up to 5,000 to 10,000, how many of them have spent? So like this, we have to note down and derive the decision. See, I have used the histogram, frequency, and data analysis tool pack. I don't know whether WPS has a data analysis tool pack. I will just see it. So the frequency is the charges and frequency. This is not done manually. I will explain this. I hope it will be available in this version. This is for fifth one. I've, I've made it this one. This is for sixth one. See, for this, I have first we have to note of the distribution of charges. So I have created bins. Bins is nothing but this one. See, this is sorry. This is a bin. Bin 1, bin 2, bin 3, bin 4, bin 5, bin 6, bin 7. What is bin? Bin means the distance. Distance. How much space you are going to have a bin. If I'm keeping a bin here, it will be 1 to 2000. There will be I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 bins. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The other two bins are 60,000 and 65,000, which is not noted here. It is only up to 50,000. I have kept only about 50,000. The chart is not showing after this because I have not selected that range, because I selected only up to 50,000. Okay. So these are my bins. Okay, now first I have to take the data. This is my data. Now I have to create the bins. First I have to manually create the bins, 5,000, 10,000, like this. You have to create the bins. Then, so I don't have a data analysis tool pack over here. Okay, in Excel, actually this sheet has been done in a different system. This is a different system. So I will tell you what should you do to attain this frequency. To attain this frequency, you have to go to the data tab in that Excel. Here you will be having data analysis tool pack. In that data analysis tool pack, you have to select the histogram. It will be histogram. You have to select histogram, and then you have to select the input range, output range, everything, and then frequency will be set. For 5,000, it will show 359. For up to 10,000, it will show 353. For 15,000, it shows 260. So it means that up to 5,000, there are 359 members. Up to 10,000, there are I mean, up to 5,000 to 10,000, there are 353 members. Then up to 15,000 means that it will in simple terms, it shows that between 5,000 and 5,000. For 5,000, the bin is created for 5,000, and then next 5,000 when it is at 10,000, it will show up to that 5,000. First 5,000 range, and then 5,000 range, and then 5,000 range. How much? And then how much? Likewise, it will be adding. See, this is the charges, and this is the frequency. Now you can easily create a chart. You have to create a chart. It is a column chart. Actually, you have to create a column chart like this, and then you have to just create a histogram chart. You have to minus the gap. So now it looks like an histogram. That's a simple way. Okay. So I'm moving on to the next one. I hope you are clear. You just practice this by doing the data analysis tool pack, selecting the data analysis tool pack, and then you just put the histogram, give the input ranges, and then give the bin value, output range. Then you click on, it will be a see frequency by data analysis tool pack. It will be arrived. In this version, I am not getting this. It's a WPS office, that's why I'm not getting this. Let's see it. Now for the seventh one. It's the seventh question. BMI classification. See, I have already classified the BMI. I have already told you it's less than 18.5 underweight. 18.5, 24.9, normal, overweight, and obesity. So how much counts are that? It's very, very simple. As like average, if we have count ifs. See, underweight means if count ifs, the range 1 and then criteria 1. It is ifs. So it will be coming from range 1. The range 1 is this BMI is the range 1. The criteria is overweight. Okay, sorry, the range is this one. BMI is my range, and the criteria one is it should be less than 18.5. So it my Excel will calculate what and all is less than 18.5. It will calculate how many counts are there less than 18.5. This is my criteria. Less than 18.5 is my criteria. For the train in this range, I want less than 18.5. So it will give the count. In this range, I want greater than 18.5, and then my second criteria is less than 24.9. So again you have to give the range criteria 1, range criteria 2. The criteria 2 is less than or equal to 25. How much? And then the third is my range and my first criteria, the range and my second criteria, range and my criteria. So this is the final one, 31st. Likewise, we can get it. Okay. Just note down count if as range criteria. If I'm doing a count if, I will get range and criteria. Okay. If I'm doing if as, I will get range 1, criteria 1. As much as you can do, you can add on the criteria in that. Okay. Because here I am having only one criteria, which is the numbers are less than 81. So I can use count, even I can use count if. See, it is 20, it is 20. If I remove this yes, it still gives me 20. No change. For this two, if I still remove it, it will give me the same result. But for two conditions, we have to give count ifs. That's the thing you have to put in your mind. So the eighth one, the eighth question. So it is a advanced correlation analysis. The question is use a scatter plot to analyze the correlation between BMI and medical charges. Add a trend line to the scatter plot to access the relationship. So my presentation is about the correlation. I have given the correlation point 0.19. See, up to 0.19, 0.2, like that. It's a weak relationship. You can straight away say that it is noted that weak relationship between the BMI and medical cost. Okay. Now you can see how did I make it. This is my plan. Same formula, correlation. To find a correlation, you have to put CORRA, correlation, CORREL. This formula, array 1, array 2. Done. Point 1. It's noted that weak positive relation between BMI and medical cost. What does the term weak relationship means? It means that there is a weak positive relationship. That means the data set is these two features are not giving us any, it is not giving us any good insight. If you can see that if the rise in population gives an inflation, right? The inflation rate will be going on high. The inflation, if the population increases, the inflation will be increasing. So it is a positive relationship because it doesn't mean the emotional positive. It means that the data, it deals with the data. If the population is rising, it is also rising. It is a positive. Okay. Likewise, here we can see a linear trend line curve. The same, this will be available in Excel version. You can put the chart tools or options or view to get this trend line. Okay, series charges trend lines. I'm getting it. Format move chart. Okay, this is going positively. See, by this is just a scatter plot. You can From these two data set, insert and scatter plot, you can get this chart. Now, what this line says is if the BMI is getting increased, then the medical charge is also getting increased. It is but slightly. Not, you cannot say 100% yes. You cannot say 100% yes. If the BMI is high, the charges spent is high. You cannot say it abruptly, but you can say that okay, there is a weak relationship. Yes. So we are going for the ninth one. Almost we are going coming to there. So it is the question number 9, smoking and region interaction. You should investigate the interaction effect between smoking and region on medical charges. Okay, you have to get the relationship between the smoking and the region wise medical charges. It's simple by pivot table and average difference. If you put the smoker column to the rows and put the region, because we have to interaction between smoking and region wise smoking. So region in the column labels, and you have to get the value in values. You put the medical charges, and then value field setting. You have to change it to the average. Then you will get this data. The same thing for average differs. Now you are having two conditions. I will also say about the slicer because we have used slicer pivot table slicers. See here you have to put the smoking in rows, regions in columns, and then average of charges. These three. This is done. Okay. Average ifs, you are having two condition. You are having a two condition. The condition is average range, which is what is the average range? Then what is the range one? This is my range one. What is my criteria one? No is my criteria one. Then range two. This is my range two. What is my criteria? Southeast is my criteria. So like this, you have to get. This is the average. Okay. Now the slicer is also a simple thing. Insert. You have to insert and you have to insert a slicer pivot table. You will get it in Excel. See, here we have a slicer tools. So in Excel, it will be arriving at front itself. Okay. See, this is the slicer tools. Now, if I click northeast data will only, you can create the slicer from only the pivot table. Okay. You cannot create it from this one. Northwest, yes, yes. No, no. The slicer is like a button. It's like a TV remote. Again, I want to see the no. It will show the no. Then you can erase it. Then I want to see the yes. Only it's like a button. Then next is the last one we are going to see is the dash. See, this is the dashboard I have created using Excel. The dashboard design, pivot chart, slicer, interactive elements. Okay. Now the question is develop a comprehensive dashboard that provides stakeholders with insights into medical cost, including filters of genders over here. You can use the slicer for the genders also. Distribution of age, distribution of charges, bifurcation of BMI, and system to medical cost. So this is a, we have already seen about the children difference of account, everything including gender, smoking status, regions, and BMI categories. Okay, so this is the BMI category. I'll show it into here is my dashboard. See if I now if I press, I'll make it smaller. Now if I press for male, if I'm going to watch only for me. So see here, the total count is 1338. It means that both male and female and all everybody is 1300. Okay, male. It shows that all the graph will be changing. Can you notice? Everything will be changed. For male, because I'm clicking for male, the smokers, 24 percentage males are smokers and 70 big are non-smokers. And the total count of male is 676. Distribution of ages 18 to 22 is higher, and in southeast the average charges are higher for males. See here also we can see bifurcation of gender by smoking status. No is low, yes is high. Bifurcation of there are OBC, 38 percentage of male or OBC, which is higher. Distribution of charges, they have spent around 11,201 rupees to 6,121 rupees. And then the children dependents versus charges, and then see this is about a male gender. If I'm female, then everything will be changed. Then, if I want to see about the BMI classification by overweight, see in overweight, I want to see the male. Overweight males are 188 members. They are almost available in southwest. They are spending around 6,121 rupees. Okay, they are overweight, and then 22% are smoker and 78% are non-smoker. They are around 18 to 22 age is higher. We have values 32. So you can go over here and you can see even the values 1921. Here the children dependency 3. Those who are having 3 children are spending much, the overweight person. So this is answer. So for smoker, if yes or no, likewise. For region wise, we can conclude for region wise, not just. Now, suppose I want to see now here I am clicking southeast. Here you can everything in purple. The slices are everything purple. When I click southeast, see there is no. I cannot select in. If I select underweight 0, it means that in southeast no one is underweight. Clear? If I'm removing it in southeast underweight, who is underweight? No one. No one is underweight. That's a good thing. Okay. Now, how to create this? In 2 minutes, I will tell you. See, see, normal 50%, 50% both are normal. 50% male or normal, 50% female or normal. In OBC, both 50%, 50%. Overweight, 50%. Underweight, see, male are underweight, 49%, female are 51%. 51% of female are underweight. So underweight and weightless females are just having a low weight compared to male in just 1%. So these are the insights we can take. So instead of the charges also we can take bifurcation of charges by BMI. See how much charges have been giving the normal person whose contribution is more in medical is 34% OBC. Those who are obese, they are giving the highest average charges. So highest charges they are spending like this. So how did I create it? You know about the slicer creation. I've already said in last slide about the slide. Just you have to put the insert and insert slicer. That's it. It will be done. Then you know about the charts, right? You know about the charts. You know about the charts. Yeah. How to make the chart? This is my working. I'm having a working sheet. This is my working. See how much I have simple. I have created a pivot tables. I have created all pivot tables, and I have just I have options pivot table. Okay, and then I have put insert chart for each and everything for each and what and all. I have seen. See, I have shown you these many things. This chart, this chart, this chart, this chart, this chart. So these many charts I have shown you. I have shown you how to create those charts. So you have to create those chart by different pivot table. You have to pivot table, have it in a single sheet, have the data set, same data source. You have to check. You have to use only the same data source for all the pivot tables. Okay, keep it in a sheet so it will be very much easy for you to understand. See, this is all my working. You have to do this and slicer. Then the slicer will work only report connection. You have to click the slicer. If some slicer will not work for different pivot table charts. So you know now you know how to create chart. See, just it's simple. You have to select, insert, chart, your design chart, line chart, pie chart, bar chart, area chart, any chart you can click. This will not come. Column chart. You can click. Okay. Likewise, from the pivot table, from the given answer, you can create. Okay. Then after creating, you will be you know to create a slicer, insert slicer for all the data sets. Okay. Now, if something is not, if you are creating from a different pivot table from different data source, the first point is one you have to create from only one data source for all the pivot table. From the data source only you have to create a pivot table. If the pivot table is from the different kind, different pivot table, a new pivot table from a different, I mean a different data source or something, then it will not be a connection. To connect these both, you have to give the report connection. You have to check all the pivot tables, whatever you have created have been checked in checklist. If I'm removing something, okay, see something will not work. See, this chart is not working. Distribution of age is not working. Okay. If I click here, it is working for this one. So I have report connection. I have to click the pivot table. Okay. Now it's working. Can you see? So like this way, I have created a dynamic chart. In this here, you can see this these kind of steps are very simple. Insert shapes and your design shape. You put a shape over here. You refill it and add a title, anything title. You make that font bigger. So it's like this way you can create this type of things. Okay. And then in charts you can home, you can fill the color in different color. I will keep it in this because it looks nice. Then coloring, then these steps. Then how I did this is nothing. You have to ask me. See, I have given a text box over here. This is the text box. Okay. Simple. Insert text box. Okay. So most of this is text box. Inserted a text box. Then after inserting, after inserting, after inserting text box, you have to click equal to, then my sheet equal to working, then R86. Where is R86? R86 is 1300. So whatever change is made in, I just added because it's a count. That's it. I want whatever is sum. So whatever changes done, if see, if I only font for male, it's changing to 676. How? Because it is interlinked. Equal to working hyphen R86. When I go to R86, it is 676 because the sum is 676. Why the sum is 676 now? Because it is showing only for male. It is showing for male. Dolphin. Now, what if I'm mentioning only for Northwest? 325 members are in Northwest. It will add both male and female. See, 325. Why? Because the pivot table is selecting only for the Northwest region. What are all the things having in the North? For normal, if it is normal and female, so likewise in repetitive it can do male. Okay. Now we will. I think I have done a good something. I have given in this video. I have given at least a 2% contribution to your knowledge how to do this type of charts and everything. So thank you guys. Thank you for this for taking this video. Hope you are clear. We will meet in next video soon. Thank you. Bye bye.